Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the fourth session of Expert Talks. Today, we are glad to have Dr. D.N. Sonamne to share with us his experience and guide us on career opportunities and future perspectives in instrumentation and control. Before we begin, let me give you all a short introduction of our guest of honor, Dr. D.N. Sonamne. He is an associate professor and HOD at the Department of Instrumentation and Control (COEP) with 23 plus years of teaching experience. He has completed his BE in Instrumentation and Control with ME in Electronics and PhD in Engineering. He has also been visiting associate professor and postdoctoral research associate at Maple Lab, Department of Chemical Engineering, University of Washington, Seattle, USA. He has numerous publications and journals. The most recent one was about analyzing and minimizing capacity fade through optimal model control, model-based control theory and experimental validation, published in 2017 in cooperation with his fellow associates. Sir also owns a patent for a robust, fail-safe, iteration-free approach for solving Index 1 DAEs arising from the battery models. He is also the author of two well-known books, Introduction to Embedded System Designs and Getting Started with Embedded Linux for ARM. He has given 10 plus expert lectures and talks at various universities and colleges. He has many national and institute level awards and certificates under his belt. The most recent one was a national level award by Hitachi for Hitachi DGMI's competition in 2017. He is a life member of the Instrument Society of India and Biomedical Engineering Society of India, and a member of Institute of Engineers and Technology, UK, and the Society of Solid State and Electrochemical Science and Technology, USA. He also has numerous research grants and projects and one ongoing project/research about numerical optimization in reconfigurable hardware to extend the use of model predictive control for real-time applications at the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi, with PhD students. This all is just a glimpse of what Sir has achieved. If I were to talk all about his achievement, the whole day would feel short. But since we are here to listen to Sir and not me, I request Sir to please take over and begin with the session.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Saad.
Thank you, sir.
It's a nice initiative. I like the initiative, first of all. I congratulate you because such sessions are very, very important for the students nowadays because students are very confused. Uh, they wanted to do something in the life, but unfortunately they could not get them enough marks to pursue
Yes,
their
sir.
dream, right? Most of them wants to go in IITs. If not IITs, then at least COEP Computer Science, COEP Electronics and Communication, COEP Mechanical, and nothing has received, nothing has obtained. Then probably the instrumentation and electrical and metallurgy remains. It's not the liking, but there is no choice. So then students in the first year, most of the students in first year get admitted to instrumentation and electrical engineering. They don't want to be, but they want to be in a COEP and they have not got admission in computer science and electronics and mechanical engineering. And that's why to remain in COEP, what is the else option? The instrumentation option. So I want to say this is happens with the most of the students. I hope everybody will be agree with this because now, first of all, Saad has introduced to me. I just want to add two more points onto that. I'm the head of the department, Instrumentation and Control, currently. From 2019, I'm heading the department, and I'm in the department from last 24 years. Okay, so I started my career with the Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering of COEP, and till date, I'm with the Department of Instrumentation and Control in COEP. I have done my undergraduate in instrumentation, postgraduate in electronics and communication, of course, electronic instrumentation, theory in control, embedded systems, some optimization theory, and postdoctorate, of course, lithium and battery modeling and lithium and battery uh, estimation of optimal charge profiles and embedded systems. So, if you see my graph, when I started my career with instrumentation, then nowhere instrumentation remained. So I started to acquire the knowledge of all the variety of fields, right? So based on that, you can imagine so the branch instrumentation is not confined with the only instrumentation. You can go and acquire the knowledge anywhere where you wish to be. Okay, so this is all about my career, and this is all about what I am today. Uh, Already Saad has introduced to me. I don't want to be add more on that because it's more than enough. If you want to be see more about that, probably you can visit COEP website or the coepembeddedlab.com website. You can visit that. You can have the just review with what exactly my group is doing, what I'm doing, what is research. Is that audible, Saad?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I just want to know who are the participants because I'm very curious about to know who are the participants.
Sir, most of the students are from instrumentation, FY, and current TY, and some of them are from metallurgy, production, and I guess some guests. I guess they are from other institutes or colleges.
Okay. Any other student? Those are apart from COEP. Can anybody just let me know?
Sir, we have not enabled mic for guests, but
Okay.
there are some guests. I'm, mic is not permissible for attendees, but we
If
have some guests.
they want to ask the question, then how they are going to ask the question?
Yes, sir. If they want to ask questions, they may raise hand, and we will allow them mic for limited time, sir, because it is too much chaos with all the mics on.
Understood, understood. But I just want to know if there is any other students apart from COEP, then whether they are from which institute. Just want to know because this is curiosity, nothing else. Anybody can raise the hand, and for a while, Sat can allow to you to speak.
Or they can type in the chat box.
Yeah, that is also okay. So, have you given me control? I can share, Sat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is my slides are visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Most of the students I know they are from COEP instrumentation first year students, maybe second year students, and anyway, uh, may not be a surprise. I may have talked to the students. I may have talked to the students even because yeah, but at that time it was very formal. Now today is very informal, right? My request is you can ask me any question, right, regarding the instrumentation engineering, not even instrumentation engineering. You want to pursue your postgraduate, you want to pursue your PhD, whatever it may be, right? So, what is the best knowledge I am having? I will try to answer your queries. So, I just want to make this session more on question answer type rather than because I will deliver something and I'm not going to teach you today the instrumentation, definitely not. Please excuse me for that. Today's session is not to teach instrumentation engineering, rather, today's session is what is all about instrumentation engineering as a discipline, right? And where exactly the opportunities for the instrumentation engineer in academics as well as in the industry. This is the overall objective of today's session. What exactly the organizer discussed with me. So accordingly, I have prepared some slides, not that slides, but very minimum slides, so that after my session is, I want please discuss with me as a question and answer session, and I want maximum question and answer session time. Is that okay, Saad? Should I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me finish first of all, and then probably we will take the question from you guys. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So instrumentation engineering, like I told you, I am the pioneer instrumentation engineer for the department. I have started my career after my undergraduate, my post graduation. I have started my career to the COEP itself, Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering. I have a lot of opportunities. See, most of the time, people say that academics. Why should we go in academics? Because academics is the less priority field. Nowadays, the scenario has changed, but that time also, 24 years back, I have chosen this field by my choice. Doesn't mean that I will not having any opportunities in the industry. Yes, I do have, but this is a passion for me, teaching and academics. I have chosen as a career by my choice, and today I feel very proud to be an successful academician at College of Engineering Pune. Even I have done my postdoctorate at University of Washington, Seattle, and I am currently visiting associate professor at University of Washington, Seattle. Just because of this COVID, last 2 years I could not able to visit, but I have visited 2 summers, and last year even 2020, I have been selected as exchange professor to the Super Lake University, France. I was about to go there for a month to deliver one complete course on optimization, but unfortunately, again because of this COVID situation, I could not able to make it. Yeah, but that will be happen next year as well. So tremendous opportunities in academic as well today, and people have changed their mind and people are thinking academic is one of the best career perspective nowadays. Of course, in the developed country like US and UK and some more German and some other countries, academics seems to be the topmost career field because it is very difficult to enter in academics in that countries. In India now, we are reaching to that level. We are just started nowadays. It will take time, but after 5 years, 10 years down the line, you can find this field is very difficult to enter in this field as well. Okay, we'll come later on to this academic field. Let us start with instrumentation engineering first of all. This is a 4 year degree program, B or B Tech, with 12th science as an entry level. Everybody is aware about this thing. But in COEP instrumentation, I don't want to tell you the history. It was started as a after BSc program when we have started in 1965. COEP instrumentation is one of the oldest instrumentation program in the country after Jadavpur University. So first instrumentation program has been started by Jadavpur University, Kolkata. That is instrumentation science and engineering. After that, COEP has started the first instrumentation and control engineering program. It was the demand by the industry. This program is specifically requested by the industry around the Pune. At that time, there was many process industries, oil and gas industries, and there was just transformation in the Gulf countries has started, and looking to the opportunities in the field of instrumentation and control. This program has started. Very unique program. Starting from the start of this program, it was very popular program. You can't believe, when I came here to take the admission for COEP instrumentation, I could not make it. At that time, it was closed, one of the topmost branch at COEP, the first sort branch at COEP. I could not make it that time as well. This is a fact that reflects the popularity of that program, popularity of this program, and because it was totally industry driven, huge industry demand. Those are pass out, everybody get place. Not only in India, everybody goes in Gulf, and because a lot of consulting firms and Dubai transformation just started in 1980s, and that time in 1982 this program has been converted to the 4-year degree program after 12, and you can find our most of the alumni, instrumentation alumni, they are in Gulf countries or they came out from the Gulf countries that time, because that was the program and it is oriented like that. The program can be instrumentation engineering. You can find this program by the name instrumentation engineering, or maybe the instrumentation and control engineering, or it may be the electronic instrumentation or instrumentation and science. There are a variety of names. Industrial instrumentation as well. This is one of the thing, industrial instrumentation. If you see, I'm giving the scenario across the country. When people have started the instrumentation engineering, not only instrumentation and control, there may be instrumentation engineering, only instrumentation engineering, or electronic instrumentation or instrumentation and science. There are the different disciplines. There may be 2 years master program. Most of the IITs and NITs, leave NIT, but most of the IITs don't have undergraduate program as an instrumentation engineering. They don't have undergraduate program. None of the IIT has undergraduate program as an instrumentation engineering, but they have postgraduate program in the instrumentation engineering. So the post-graduation program, like a process instrumentation, what we are having at COEP, biomedical instrumentation, we are having at COEP, or IIT Madras is having biomedical instrumentation. Instrumentation and signal processing, like IIT Kharagpur and IIT Roorkee having instrumentation and signal processing. Instrumentation and control, IIT Delhi, even control systems and control, IIT Bombay is having, or maybe industrial instrumentation and control, like that. So there is a focus and special program in instrumentation related fields in the various IITs and NITs, but at the PG level. You can find the civil, electrical, mechanical, metallurgy, these are the branches, these are the programs at undergraduate level. In the IITs even, but in IITs you could not find instrumentation as an undergraduate program. Even the universities abroad, you could not find instrumentation as a undergraduate program. The reason is very simple. I will let you know later on what is the reason why you could not find instrumentation as an undergraduate program in research institutes or maybe universities abroad or IITs. NITs you can find one or two NITs, NIT Trichy or some other NITs. One or two NITs you can find. Even BITS Pilani also has electronic instrumentation. Manipal Institute of Technology also having electronic instrumentation engineering as an undergraduate program. But PG program probably will find only at IITs. If you look for admission and placement statistics, this is approximate. Don't be considered as at actual numbers. But this is overall numbers of last year scenario. Every year of for UG program around 5,000 plus students get admitted. This number is not big number compared to the, you may say, 1 million engineering students or more than that engineering students in India. Out of that 5,000, only 5,000 plus around for the instrumentation engineering UG, because initially it was very popular branch. Later on, as industry automation takes place, industry scenario takes place, industry requirements are changing, there is a less requirement of instrumentation engineer and allied branches are parallelly get developed, right? Not being having a core branch, there is many allied branches have been developed parallelly, so the requirement of instrumentation engineers has been changed now. what it was previously 20-25 years back when this program has incepted. Nowadays the requirement has been changed. Instrumentation engineer, they want instrumentation engineer, but they want instrumentation engineers should do something else, not exactly what they were doing before that. That's why the less popularity, less placement. Accordingly, our great people, they shut down their doors and they're closing their branches, and it remains around 5,000 plus students. Now those are only at very popular institutes only. They are not going to close. Who are closed? Those institutes are evolved 5 years before and closed today. These are very just 5-10 years old institutes. They are closing because they will not sustain. Those institutes, those are very, very good established institutes. They will definitely not close this branch because they understood the importance of this course very well. Out of that, around 2,000 plus students get placement opportunities. So if you look for 40 to 45% placement, it is a good number for UG, I could say. Compared to the overall engineering placement, if you look for, it's not more than 20%. It's not more than 20% in India for overall engineering placement. But out of that, if you see the instrumentation placement is more than 20%, so 40-45%. If you talk to me of COEP placement every year, it's above 90%, 90-95% for instrumentation at very good companies. But overall, if you look for, it's around 40% for undergraduate program. Every year for PG programs, around 1,000 plus students get admitted for instrumentation and related programs. Like what are the programs I have shown to you? Signal processing or instrumentation and signal processing, biomedical, such programs, around 1,000 plus students get admitted. And the placement is about 300 plus. So 30% for PG. Not good number. Overall PG placement also in India scenario is around 25 to 30%. So this is related to the, or this is in line with the what overall PG placement of the students in India. Now, if you look for with those institutes, those are offering this program. Now, I have just listed here the very good institute names. I have not listed here the other institutes. Excuse me for I may miss some of the good institutes as well. Right? But whatever I am aware about, whatever I am familiar with, I have listed these institutes. Undergraduate program offered by a College of Engineering Pune. Of course, this is a pioneer. 1965, we have started this instrumentation engineering program. Then Jadavpur University, of course, Jadavpur University is older than COEP for instrumentation, related to the instrumentation program. Then BITS Pilani also having electronic instrumentation. Amrita School of Engineering, undergraduate program I'm talking about. Anna University, Instrumentation and Control Engineering is a very old program in Anna University. BS College Bangalore, BMS College Bangalore, so many more kind of. So I have just listed here the one of the best engineering colleges. Those are offering universities and colleges. Those are offering instrumentation engineering as a program for undergraduate level. And this program is very sustained, and they can go even for next 10 years. Not going to close this program. I'm definitely sure about this because their placement is very good and they are really doing very good for this. If you look for postgraduate program, then of course College of Engineering Pune offering two postgraduate program in instrumentation engineering, process instrumentation and biomedical instrumentation. IISc Bangalore. Now if you see all the IISc, IIT, NIT, those are offering the postgraduate programs. So the instrumentation engineer has an opportunity if you want to do the PG after giving the GATE examination. Of course, GATE is compulsory. If you want to go for in IITs or NITs for doing the PG, MTech or maybe PhD, then GATE is compulsory in India now. IISc Bangalore offering the instrumentation science program. It's a very fundamental program in sensor design. Basically, they are working on optics, optical physics, and some of the biosensors like that. IISc Bangalore. Then IIT Delhi has instrumentation and control kind of program related to the electrical engineering side. Okay, so it's a Parent branch is electrical engineering, and electrical engineering, School of Electrical Engineering offering this instrumentation engineering program. IIT Kharagpur also School of Electrical Electronics Engineering offering instrumentation and signal processing as a program. Then IIT Madras offering the biomedical program, which is very unique instrument design kind of program from IIT Madras. Then IIT Roorkee, IIT BHU also offering. NIT Trichy has very good program in instrumentation and control engineering for the post graduation. Then College of Engineering Gindi, Anna University, MIT Manipal, Amrita School of Engineering, all are offering the postgraduate program or PhD program for the instrumentation engineer students. So what exactly is instrumentation engineering so far? I'll tell you. So you may have the question, so I have taken the admission, but what exactly it includes? What sort of knowledge we gain after the 4 years down the line? Mechanical engineering, everybody knows what they are going to learn. Electrical engineering, everybody knows what they are going to learn. Computer science, what they are going to learn. Every branch, the name itself indicates what exactly they are going to learn in the 4 years down the line. But this is a little bit confusing for instrumentation. Not even parent, those are very good in the academics, those are given in working in industry. They're also confused. What exactly this branch? What exactly this branch include? So, my dear students, I just want to know that, or I just want to tell you, this branch is very unique branch, multidisciplinary branch, is an application-oriented branch. So, you may find the engineering study of sensors, different types of sensors. And today you'll find none of the system where sensors are not being used. But only sensors are not sufficient. When you want to interface the sensor for taking the data, you require some measurement system, some signal conditioning system. So parallelly, sensor may be analog sensor, maybe digital sensor. So analog and digital signal conditioning is involved. So when you are transferring the data to your either for measurement purpose or for control purpose or for display purpose or for communication purpose, then there involves some signal processing kind of thing because I'm transferring my sensor data to some other device. So then signal processing also involved. You can find the courses related to signal processing, digital signal processing, analog signal processing kind of courses are there. Of course, embedded system is also there, integral part of instrumentation, embedded system. Without embedded system, you could not take the sensor data for further processing. So you require the knowledge of embedded system. It is there. And control systems. So not only sensor is essential, I want to control something, then sensor is in feedback, so then I can control. So again the knowledge of control system. Now where to apply this? The most sought application is the industrial automation. So it also requires the knowledge of industrial automation, and we do give the knowledge of industrial automation. Nowadays, instrumentation is moving towards the data analytics based industrial automation. So data based industrial automation and IoT for the plant control. So these are the three terms has been added from last couple of years, and now you can find I get an opportunity to work on new version of the curriculum 2019 and 23 curriculum. So I personally work on that, and you can find our inclination is towards machine learning based control. Instrumentation for control, but that is a machine learning based control, data driven based control, IoT driven based control. So most of the courses are now to that level. So if you get an opportunity to see our curriculum, just visit the website, COEP website, and see that instrumentation department and curriculum. Up to third year now we have been added. Next year we are going to work on the fourth year, last year curriculum. So extensive means there is around 30-40% changes from previous version, 2015-19 version, now 1923 version, almost 30-40% changes we brought in, so that the industry is now moving in which direction we should be moved to that direction, so that my students should get an opportunity for the placement opportunity to such industries. The conventional process industry, the conventional process control industries are now being drastically changing their operation, and now they are moving towards data-driven control, data-driven measurement, machine learning-based control. So that's why we have changed accordingly. But you could not deny the involvement of sensor. You could not deny the involvement of signal processing. You could not deny the involvement of embedded system. So it is going to be there, and it has to be there, and it is always there. Only final year we have added most of the electives related to the data analytics and IoTs and automotive instrumentation. Other, I personally has given emphasis on teaching more fundamentals at second year and third year level, so that student will come to the certain platform and they will understand the fundamentals which is required for what is the current industry scenario, what is the current industry needs. There is no need to teach advanced courses at second year and third year level. All courses are very common courses. Even you can find the same courses at other department as well. But yes, it is required. For an instrumentation engineer, it is required because it deals with all these things, right? So it is an application-oriented branch, not meant for core research. You must understand this. These branch, the birth of these branches takes place because of industry requirement. Industry has requested, we want this branch, this engineering discipline to cater the need of industry 20-25 years before. That's why this is an application oriented branch. You can find any other branch except instrumentation engineers. Instrumentation engineers can work in any industry because they are learning almost all things what is required for any kind of industry. But not core research. That's what I'm saying. And most of the industry in India are service industry, application industries, not the R&D industries. So for the Indian kind of scenarios, very suitable branch, I could say. Very suitable branch. Now the people are moving for R&Ds and all like that. Of course, there are PG courses in instrumentation where little bit thrust on mathematics and analytics are given. You can learn more on related to the R&D related steps as well. So that's why it is saying it's not a core like a civil engineering is a core branch, electrical engineering is a core, computer science is a core basic science, core basic engineering, but this is not a core branch. So if you go abroad, probably for your higher studies, and if you say I'm an instrumentation engineer, probably they will raise their eyebrows. What is instrumentation engineering? What exactly it deals with? People are not aware about this because everywhere they talk about basic science and basic core engineering. Biology, physics, chemistry, microbiology, electrical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, this comes under the core research areas. But when you say about instrumentation engineering, probably whether it is an extension of mechanical, whether it is an extension of electrical, or whether it is an extension of ENTC or computer science, is very confusing kind of thing, you know. But don't worry. We say that we are the branch coming out of electrical engineering as a school of electrical engineering, but we do learn most of the things which is required the recent automation industry. That's why it is an application oriented branch. Many postgraduate programs allow instrumentation engineering as a UG qualifying degree. That's why if you go to anywhere, any postgraduate, even PG in computer science, they also say that okay, I can take instrumentation engineer, no problem. Maybe one seat for instrumentation I can allow because they already have learned 2-3 courses of computer science at undergraduate level. So in India at least, many PG programs they will allow you for the admission. Not like a bulk admission, but at least very selective people. For bulk, you can have a very special MTech in instrumentation and control, but for a specific like systems and control, I want to take admission. Yes, one or two students they can take for systems and control of IIT Bombay, even like that. Very special programs also they allows as a instrumentation engineer. If you look for career opportunities after graduation, most of you have the question whether BTech is enough. Yes, BTech is enough for the job, service related company job. A BTech is enough in India at least. You can do the job, you can do the job, and whatever the option you are having for going in the industry, and that is more than enough after graduation, okay, after undergraduation. But if you want to go for a higher education like ME, MTech, MS, PhDs, so IITs and NITs are having like electronic instrumentation, biomedical instrumentation, instrumentation and signal processing, instrumentation and control, instrumentation and sensor design, systems and control, embedded systems, embedded control. These are the disciplines where you can try for your post graduation. Very, very related disciplines. After undergraduation, instrumentation and control, you are eligible to apply for these are the disciplines. You can say like I am in my own core discipline, but very special and advanced knowledge, advanced learning in IITs or NITs. Career opportunities, placement opportunities. If you see, these are the education opportunities. If you want to placement opportunity after graduation, post graduation, yes, you can try for process industries. So undergraduate also, postgraduate also. What are the companies are visiting COEP for instrumentation discipline particularly? Most of the companies are related to the process industries like Emerson, Rockwell Automation, Honeywell, RCF, Reliance, Johnson Control. These all are the process related industries, right? Process means this is some sort of chemical process or it may be some sort of oil and gas processing, food processing, such kind of industries, where industrial automation takes place. Then consulting or project industry. Also, instrumentation engineer get place in some of the consulting industries and project industries. You don't require MBA knowledge. We teach you one course, project engineering and management at the last year, where it is useful for consulting and process industry like Aker Solution. This is one of the consulting industry. Toyo Engineering, Honeywell. They got some projects, big projects of government of India or abroad, and they take as a turnkey projects and give the solution, integrating solution for the industries. Where also instrumentation engineers are most sought, and it is been required. Oil and gas industries, of course, instrumentation engineer get place in like Reliance refineries, Jamnagar refineries, or maybe the ONGC. Many students are get place in ONGC. Also, ONGC also giving some uh, scholarships for our instrumentation engineers. So just 2 3 years back, it has been stopped. Otherwise, last continue 5 years they were giving the fellowship and scholarship to 2 3 instrumentation students every year. Then IOCL, BPCL, Bharat Petroleum. These are the some oil and gas industries. They do visit every year, COEP as well, and they have some placement. Of course, they require as a gate qualifying criteria compulsory because they are being government organization. They require the gate qualifying criteria. So you must have to be apply for gate compulsory. Everyone has to be applied register for the gate examination because then your chances for such industries also get improved. Of course, a big opportunities in automotive industries. We have one course, automotive instrumentation, as elective. See how we have changed our curriculum. These opportunities now in automotive industries. We immediately started the course in automotive instrumentation, so that we could say to the automotive industry like, "Hey, my students have already learned the automotive instrumentation." Like Hella Automotive is one of the company who every year Hella Automotive either hire 2 3 undergraduate and 2 3 postgraduate students. Eaton, Mercedes-Benz, Tata, KPIT, Cummins, like okay, these are the some uh, big automotive giant companies. Even Volkswagen, Volvo's, these companies also hire the instrumentation engineer. And R&D industries as well. But the number is not that good. Number is a small, not that good number. 1 or 2 students only. very selective students, because let's say suppose G is only not coming for instrumentation. G comes for mechanical, electrical, ENTC, computer and instrumentation. At that time they find very good students of the core knowledge from other branches, so they hardly get one or two students from instrumentation. Those are really excellent throughout their career. So the opportunities in design and R&D industries are little bit less compared to some other industries. Siemens Healthcare, Siemens, Texas Instruments. So hardly one student. When they select 4 or 5 students from ENTC, then one students of instrumentation. So this is the ratio. Tata Elxsi, Ibara. But Ibara is a company, a Japanese company. When they want 3 students from COEP every year, one instrumentation students crack that company placement and he has been get selected. This is a record of instrumentation engineer. Last continued from 3 years. The one student is in Ibara. Ibara has the highest package in COEP, around 45 lakhs. So yes, one student last year also Shonak Ghatpande, one student get place in Ibara. Previous year also one student was there, and previous also one students are there. From the year where from Ivara started visiting COEP, they have taken instrumentation engineering. Right? No way that they are related to the instrumentation as a core, but they want instrumentation engineer, and looking to their perspective, looking the instrumentation engineer students profile, they every year they take one instrumentation. Ericsson Mobile also they are taking instrumentation engineer, and software and service industry as well. Of course, TCS has one complete division of automotive division, control division. They take instrumentation engineer there, Wipro, Infosys, Microsoft, Google. But these companies, design R&D and software companies, either Wipro and these companies take bulk recruiters. But I could say TCS, Microsoft, Google, they take the instrumentation engineer because of the intelligent engineer, not as an instrumentation engineer. They want a smart engineer, they want a intelligent engineer, very logical engineer, and they want 3 4 good engineer from the COEP, and based on that they take one engineer like that from the instrumentation. But first 3 4 companies like process industry, consulting industry, oil and gas industry, automotive industry, most of the our instrumentation students get placed in these industries. It is an application oriented branch. Again, I am repeating, not meant for core research for undergraduate level. Many postgraduate programs allow instrumentation as a UG qualifying degree. Many more placement and entrepreneurial opportunities. Instrumentation engineer can easily start their own entrepreneurships because they learn this knowledge in 4 years. How to become entrepreneur. Even for a small sensor design, they can become entrepreneur. They have learned, and everywhere sensor get used. Even for the panel mounting and panel integration and simple automation also, they can start their own entrepreneurship business. So it is entrepreneurial attitude in an instrumentation engineer starting from first year. The courses have been like this. Second year, these courses have been like this. They can easily start their entrepreneurial things. Having very good blend of hardware and software knowledge. Most of the instrumentation engineer have very good knowledge of MATLAB. They learn like that because when they pass out, if you ask to me as a head of the department of this discipline, what are the skill set of my instrumentation engineer? 100% is having, irrespective of whether they are topper or lower. Everybody is very good in programming, like C programming and embedded C programming and MATLAB programming. Everybody is very good because our courses are like that, our assignments are like that, they have to be. Second thing is they have very good knowledge of PLCs and ladder diagram programming. Of course, they have very good knowledge of circuit design softwares, and they have very good knowledge of sensors and sensor design. So these are the 4 5 skill set every instrumentation engineer will definitely possess after they graduate from the department. This is I'm talking about the COEP Instrumentation and Control Department. Irrespective of whether they are bottom or whether they are top, everyone across all the students will definitely have this knowledge. I'm 100% sure about this because the courses and the assignments are designed like that. Everywhere you stuck up, if you don't know how to write the MATLAB script, you could not submit the assignment. You have to be. Everywhere we have added like you have to write the C program, otherwise you could not go ahead. You have to write embedded C program, you have to write a PLC assignment, ladder diagram programming. You should know this thing, which are the bare minimum requirement of every instrumentation engineer. And we have taken care of that. The courses are designed being like this so that you could have these skill sets present. If you look for future perspectives, uh, 5 years down the line, where now the instrumentation engineer going to be placed? Most sought industry is the automotive industry. Automotive industry, a lot of opportunities. Why? Because of there is electric vehicles is going to become. When electric vehicles is going to become very big sensors and motor controls and a lot of applications for that. Battery technology, lithium ion battery or maybe the lithium sulfur battery. So battery technology, monitoring the SOC of the battery, and again the sensor and modeling is involved. Autonomous vehicle, of course, lot of sensors around the autonomous vehicles so that the driverless vehicle, all instrumented vehicle, So the instrumentation engineer is going to be play a big role in automotive industry. Next 5 years down the line, you can find this. So if you really want to make a career after your graduation, post graduation, you can find the courses related to the automotive, right? So big opportunities. Of course, food processing industry nowadays in India is started booming in a food processing. Previously, we are only the agriculture are just generating some agriculture yield and we are just exporting or importing based on the scarcity and ample amount of the things available. But nowadays, a lot of experimentations are happening in the food industry. Like this opportunity is dairies, some byproducts of the dairies. Then cold storages, where people want to store their agriculture product, food related products. So they are developing the big warehouses, cold storages, so that we can able to dump our agriculture yield for months and months, years and years with the same quality. So a lot of instrumentations are involved there. Greenhouses, even I have only 1,000 square feet land and I want to earn the money out of that. So if you start the greenhouse and started developing the crop like which is very cash related the crops, so the greenhouses are becoming very popular. Drying industry, preservatives, many things. So food processing also a lot of scope. Environmental and green energy, of course, pollution control. Everyone is trying to put the cap on the exhausted gases and environmental conditions. So pollution control, big opportunities in the pollution control, environmental control, smart grids, renewable energy. Of course, industrial automation, IoT for plant control. No more conventional control in industries nowadays. It's totally the Internet of Things based control, data driven control. So, database models for process control, machine learning based control, discrete automation. So, these are the things are there in the industry nowadays. Even if you see for 4 5 years down the line, most of the industries are now changing their plan, moving towards IoT based control and machine learning based control. So, we already have started introducing such kind of courses in our syllabus undergraduate level. Lot of electives we have added for that, because we know that what is going to be happen in the next 3 4 years down the line. Machine learning and data analytics are going to play a major role in the industrial automation. So why should not our students should learn that kind of courses, because that will improve their job opportunities, placement opportunities. Of course, smart cities, water distribution, garbage collection, smart lighting, these all are the things where many instrumentation is going to be deployed, right? So transportation, smart transportation. I forget to write here. Smart transportation. Metros and city buses, where many sensors and instrumentation is going to be deployed. So if you look for again health and biomedical, I could tell you next 5 years in India everybody is going to talk about health and biomedical instrumentation. We have to be. Now we have understood the importance of health in the last 2 years because of the COVID. Now people have started developing the indigenous sensors, indigenous meters for the physiological parameters to be measured, even simple for body temperature, SpO2 measurement, sugar measurement. People have now understand the importance of what is the importance of indigenous product. So in the smart health and biomedical, good opportunities for entrepreneurship as well as a lot of opportunities for R&D, sensor developments, right? So yeah, of course, these are all about. Yeah, I'm done with my presentation. I'm done with my what exactly I want to take you. What is instrumentation and what is the scenario of instrumentation in country? And if you want to do the post graduation higher studies in instrumentation related field abroad or IITs, where you can go for, and industry also where you can go for, right? So yeah, this is from my side. Now I have reserved the time for your question and answer. I will be very happy to answer your queries. Rather, this session will be more interactive kind of session because I know you may have a lot of questions in your mind, lot of queries in your mind, and let's come forward. So thank you so much for patience listening. So Saad, now it's up to you. So how to go ahead with it?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first question is from me. So I wanted to ask, sir, why is there means like only 30 seats for instrumentation in COEP?
Okay, so can you introduce yourself?
Sir, I am Saad Jamadar, sir,
Okay,
from
okay,
Metallurgy Department.
okay, yeah. This question not only Saad is asking to me. This question my top administration also asking to me every day. My society people also asking to me. Everyone is asking to me, sir, why not you are increasing the strength of your branch? There is a lot of demand of instrumentation engineers in the industry. Why not you are going for 30 to 60 or maybe more than that? Okay. So I don't want to give put forward the pain what we are having at the department because if I'm talking about only my department, nowhere you can find 30 intake. Most of them are having 60 intake. First of all, I know this is my application oriented branch. Now I have studied the placement scenario for past 5 years. I could able to place easily 30 students. This year also I could able to place 35 students. So 30 to 35 students is a good number for placement. If industry demand is more, they want 40 students, 45 students. It's not happening like that. So 35 is a good number where I can place 100% students. Second thing is there is a infrastructural support in my department. So we don't have the capacity to cater the 60 students in the classrooms like that, and even laboratories are very small. When the building is been designed, it is designed for 30 intake. So that is not the reason particularly, but this could be one of the reason I could. But we are giving more emphasis on the PG, postgraduate and PhD program. So we have 36 intake for the PG, and today I have 30 PhD students with my department. So we want to go more on research kind of thing, and 35 undergraduate students. The beauty is that we know the name of each and every student very well. If I ask to my any faculty, second year students, they can say the roll number 12 is this student. This is not possible if you have 60 or 90 students. So the bonding between the students and the faculty is really good. That reflects in their curriculum, that reflects in their placement, that reflects in their career development. This is not been excuse for me not to go for 30 to 60, but I'm thinking on that. If the infrastructure allows me, probably I will go for 30 to 60. Bonding may increase later on also, no problem. For 60 students also there is a bonding also happens, but not like a 30 students. But if infrastructure allowed me, I definitely go for that.
Yes, sir. That was very means eye-opening, sir. I thought
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bonding is
exactly.
also necessary. So, sir,
Yes.
I have one more question.
Please go ahead.
So, like, like my father works in an extrusion plant.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm a metallurgy student. So my father told me that means there is weekly or monthly checkup of the extrusion machines and all the machines. So
Right.
the person that is involved for checking,
Mm-hmm.
he just comes in and looks at all the PLCs and the ladder programming and the other aspects, and it generally takes 1 to 2 hours. So means like my father told me that it would be beneficial for me if I learned like PLC or ladder programming. So what do you think about it, sir?
Yeah, of course. The role of instrumentation engineer in industry, if you see as a in a process industry, particularly as a maintenance and servicing, right? So this particular application, what you told, this comes under the maintenance and servicing kind of thing. But that happens 5 years, 10 years down the line. Today, if you see the most of the process industries, there is a stable and established automation is there, right? So none of the process loop is going to disturb because it is a well established. Then the job of instrumentation engineering is now changing. Of course, if you have the knowledge of PLC ladder, that will be given added advantage for the metallurgy engineer or mechanical engineer. Of course, you have multi-discipline knowledge. But parallelly, I would add today's instrumentation engineer not only PLC and ladder diagram programming, they should also have the knowledge of machine learning and data analytics. Now the scenario is changing. You know, every instrumentation engineer now knows the PLC and data diagram programming. But I could say that that is not sufficient today. You have to be add the knowledge of machine learning and data analytics because now industry operation is being changing. Right? Conventional industries is no more nowadays. So yes, we have to change accordingly what industry demand is.
Yes, sir. So are there any like courses or classes means like available for that? It's like on Coursera or Udemy, like
Everywhere,
the
everywhere. Saad, even though in our curriculum, if you see the instrumentation engineering curriculum, we have added the courses from machine learning based process control, IoT for industrial automation, and IoT for industrial code. We have added such kind of courses. Even I suggest students, if this courses knowledge is not sufficient, you can go and register for any Coursera, edX, and such kind of NPTL, and you can gain additional knowledge. No one has stopped to you. You should not only rely on what courses we are offering. These are the bare minimum courses you could consider. But nowadays, suppose you want to learn Python programming, there is no Python in our curriculum, but it is required for machine learning. Who has stopped to you to learn the Python programming then, right? You should please go and learn the Python programming as like people are learning C programming previously, isn't it? So it is a need of the day today. You should be go and you should learn the many such courses.
yes, sir. Sir, Varad Udgirkar has a question.
Please introduce yourself and then you can ask me a question. So that is my request.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
I am from metallurgy. My name is Varad Udgirkar.
Right.
Sir, how can a metallurgy student learn concepts of instrumentation as it seems to be a part of future industry 4.0? How can amalgamation of technical knowledge of metallurgy and automation of...
Yeah. Varad, is I audible to you? Is I audible to
Yes,
you,
sir.
Varad? Huh? Okay. So if you are in COEP, are you in COEP, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you are in COEP, then COEP, our academics has an opportunity. You can learn the even any branch of engineering as a minor program, right? So from this year, we have changed our minor from instrumentation and control to industrial automation and biomedical instrumentation. There are two minor programs we are offering from this year. So if you really want to go for Industry 4.0, you please register for Industrial Automation as a minor program where we are teaching the course like PLC programming, we are teaching the course like IoT, we are teaching the course like machine learning for process control and sensors. These are the four courses are there. Those are sufficient to gain the knowledge of Industry 4.0 instrumentation. So we know that there are students from metallurgy, production, or maybe some other branches. They want to make a career in Industry 4.0 or Industry 5.0, where the huge instrumentations is being involved, and they should get the knowledge of this if you do these minor programs. So that's why we have started from this year minor in industry automation. If you really want to learn this thing, please you can go and learn this thing. Otherwise, if you are not registering for minor, then it's a voluntary learning. There is no compulsory learning. Unless there is a compulsory learning, you could not learn. So my request is, so there is an opportunity in COEP, you can do the minor in industrial automation.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, any further questions?
Any further questions, please? Even instrumentation students can ask the questions. See, you may have first year students, you may have many such questions. Sir, I don't know why I have taken admission to this branch. This question also can be there. Please.
Three hands were raised.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, wait a minute, sir. Vaishnavi, you can turn on your mic or write it in the chat.
Yeah, she can ask
Hello,
the
sir.
question. Yeah, please. Hello, Vaishnavi. Very good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. So my question was that during the talk you suggested that instrumentation is good for the future of our country. But as we know that we are a populous country with more than 130 crore as the population.
Correct.
So how can we cope up with automation and realizing the fact that we have such a huge population? So is it favorable for us?
Yeah, very good question, Vaishnavi. Rather, this question is not today's question. This question also the 20 years before question when the automation was introduced in India and when automation in industry has been started. So at that time there was very big fear in the industry whether automation is going to replace the human beings. Because of course the India is a country where very cheap labors are available. People are unemployed. People want the job. And if automation is taking place, there is a fear like my job will be get lost. Because the thing is there, automation automated everything, then there is no need of engineer even, right? So this question was there 20 years back, even today also this question is there. This is not very new. But I will tell you, automation is not replacing the human being. This is assisting to the human being. Like in the flight, the flight, when we are putting our flight in autopilot, are we asking my pilot to go and sleep? No, we are not asking the pilot to go and sleep. But pilot still there, even co-pilot also there, but full flight is in auto mode, automatic driven. But what happens then because of that automation? It is assisting to the pilot, so pilot is being relaxed, no stress is being developed, his efficiency can be improved, and wherever his need or her need is there, they can put 100% efforts wherever exactly their knowledge is required while landing and takeoff, and even for the uncertain situations. Similarly, in industry, we are not replacing the laborers, we are not replacing the engineers. Automation is assisting to them so that they are not in fatigue. Their energy is being saved, their efficiency is being improved, and whenever really their knowledge, their help is required, they are putting their time, they are putting their 100% efforts. It's happening everywhere. Don't assume that automation is going to replace the human being. Is that okay, Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, Samruddhi, you can turn on your mic and ask
Yes,
the
good evening,
questions.
sir.
Good evening, Samruddhi. Please go ahead. You are
Yes,
from
I'm from Instrumentation and Control Department, COEP, first
first
year.
year? Okay, okay,
First year, sir. Sir,
okay.
as you said that instrumentation is not the core branch. So, if you want to do MS in future, so what are the branches or what is the field that is the best for after instrumentation?
Already told, right? This is the field where we can directly correlate, isn't it? So you can go to the electronic instrumentation, you can go to the biomedical, you can go to the signal processing, you can go to the systems and control, embedded systems, even automotive, right? Even people are now going for computer science also. See, one of my student, last year student, Abhijit, he got the admission as a Vancouver, British Columbia University, Canada, Vancouver, for the computer science. That's the beauty of instrumentation branch, everywhere, every branch, every higher studies you can get admission. Only consider that suppose computer science students is applying and you are applying, you have to give two more courses extra. That's it. Because you are not learn the operating system, you are not learn the compiler construction, you will not learn the data structure. These are the courses you are not learn. But parallelly, if you are doing the minor in computer science, then as good as you are instrumentation and computer engineer both together, and that is the best combination so far today's field. So there is no restriction at all where to apply for the MS. You choose. These are the related branches, I'm saying. These are the very, very co-related branches where directly instrumentation engineer can adopt it. But apart from this, anybody says, I just want to go for microbiology, I just want to go for mechanical design, very cross branches, I want to go for computer science, still you can go. They are saying like that you just have to be give this much of extra courses. If they are filling basic requirement, prerequisite requirement, then it's being adopted for you. So no restriction at all. You take my example. I started my undergraduate career from instrumentation, and my whole career is in some other field. But still, I am instrumentation engineer. Don't worry. Right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Hope I have tried to give the answer of your query or not. If you still have any query in your mind, please ask me. It doesn't mean that only one question. You can ask me multiple sub questions as well. No problem.
No, the side's clear. It's clear.
Okay.
Next, Shriraj can turn on his mic.
Yes, yes. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Shreyash. Yeah.
Sir, I'm Shriraj Matlagar from FY Instrumentation itself.
Okay.
Sir, I have a common doubt from means this question is from all the FYs that
Okay.
after 4 years, what the average package of instrumentation looks like, or what is the highest package of
Yeah.
instro goals?
Yeah. I do understand this question. I was
Yes.
expecting. I was expecting. See, being as an instrumentation engineer, if you see this particular slide, I have told you like a first four industries: process industry, consulting industry, oil and gas industry, and automotive industries. Right?
Hmm.
So
Yes,
where
sir.
the most of the instrumentation engineer being placed. Unfortunately, these industries are not offering very lucrative salaries. Right? So they are offering either up to 10 lakh, 9 lakh, 8 lakh per annum as a package. So average you can find 5 lakh and 6 lakh is the average for the instrumentation engineer. On the contrary, if fortunately you are being placed in design and R&D industry or maybe software industries, probably software industry offer very good salaries like a 10 lakh, 12 lakh is the minimum salary. They can offer
Yes,
you
sir.
20 lakh, 25 lakh like that. Even R&D industry also offer very good salary. So if you compare the computer science discipline, of course instrumentation engineer don't have that much of salary package, right? So our average salary package is 5.5 6 lakhs.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
It's Akash Patil from first year itself.
Yeah.
As you are working with a lot of companies, big organizations like IET, ISOI, and also you worked in USA also.
Yes.
Then my question is the which country or which MS program or MS university in USA is highly demanded this time. And also, I have one question: the which company in India providing the good internship? I'm not asking about the paid internships. I'm asking the good internships for the institute departments, guys. Also, I would like to ask you: is there any chance of government jobs for the for special institute guys? Is there any jobs for government? These are my questions.
So, what's your name?
My name is Akash Patil, sir. First year. Institute.
Akash, you have asked me 4 questions, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
In one question, you have asked me 4 questions. Let me answer your questions one by one.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir,
So,
you can.
yeah, the your first question is which is the university abroad, which is the topmost university for the MS program, right?
Yes, yes. For institute. Yeah.
For Instru. So there is no university for the MS program
Yeah.
abroad which exclusively takes the instrumentation engineer.
Yeah.
Okay, there is no such university. If you ask me the
Okay.
computer science, there are many such universities. They are exclusively taking computer science students. They are exclusively taking mechanical students. They are exclusively taking electrical ANTC students or even metallurgy students also. Metallurgy is the most sort of branch in US, I could say. Material science, a lot of research happens in material science. But for instrumentation particularly, being as an application branch, and US and all developed countries, they want core engineering science branches for post graduation. Really. So that's why there is no exclusive branch for instrumentation, or you can apply for MS. Then,
Okay.
then what is the answer for this? Answer is like you have to define your choice. Whether you want to go for embedded system kind of thing, whether you want to go for machine learning, whether you want to go for computer science, whether you want to go for automotive, whether you want to go for biomedical, that you have to take a call on that. You know.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
everywhere instrumentation is being eligible to apply. Are you getting what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm getting.
Yeah, but not exclusively. Means this program is only designed for instrumentation. It's not like that. But everywhere you are eligible to apply. You just have to complete 1 or 2 extra courses. Those are prerequisite for the particular MS program.
Yeah.
And nothing is in US. Most of the top 50, 100 universities, all are very good. I could say. If you talk about good and bad, then I could always say Stanford, Caltech, and MIT. They're always good, But see, it's not like that. I have been there for 2 years. University of Washington, Seattle is good
Yeah.
in computer science. If you look for computer science, University of Washington, Seattle is one of the best computer science department, like Purdue University. You know, there even MIT don't have like other Wisconsin medicine that is having very good computer science department. So it depends which who is the professor there and what is the the ranking of that particular department. Like a biomedical, medical field, Washington University in St. Louis, the medical med school is one of the top med school. You might have not heard about this. They have produced 18 Nobel laureates from that one single school. Not
Wow.
even
Yeah.
yeah, not even Stanford has produced. So
Yeah. Yeah.
this depends exactly in which course you are being applying, who is the professor there. It's not the university whole. University as a whole is the top ranking because of it has 10, 20 such courses and overall ranking of these courses is high. Doesn't mean that computer science is high. Doesn't mean that electrical is high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And what is your second question was your
Second
government.
question was The
Government
government job.
organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I have told you, like oil and gas industries every year ONGC, IOCL, BPCL are visiting COEP for instrumentation particularly, and these are the government things,
Yeah.
government company, right? Where you can, if you have the gate qualification, you can apply there. You're eligible for that, and their packages are more than 12 lakh, 15 lakh per annum. Really
Yeah.
good,
Right.
right? So you're eligible for that.
So the eligibility criteria was like about marks or ranks or just to need to pass the gate or something.
No, no, no. You should be gate qualified.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Gate
Got.
qualified, and you should have very good CGPA always above 7.0 overall CGPA. You have to maintain your CGPA ranking as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
because this is Navaratna companies and they definitely take very selective students. But
Acha.
they are coming every year. Even RCF also wants, Reliance also wants the instrumentation because there are a lot of instrumentation opportunities and instrumentation job opportunities there. And for internship, if you ask to me internship, there is no specific companies coming for internship or specifically for instrumentation. Because see, instrumentation, very few companies they say that in a 2 months, 3 months down the line, what he is going to do. It's not like a developing algorithm for a 2 months time. There are
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
companies, computer science companies. They say that my algorithm can be developed in a 2 months time. So hundreds of internship opportunities for computer science because 2 months even enough for them. But for instrumentation engineer, 2 months, what you are going to do? Understanding that plant itself takes a 1 month time. What you are going to do for 2 months time internship? That's why not a big opportunities for internships.
Acha, then which internship like if I want to join embedded systems or microprocessor, which internship or which company is giving the best internship or like that? Uh,
Yeah, the Texas Instruments coming for internship, GE also coming for internships.
okay, okay, huh.
So where the embedded systems and microprocessors are being get used extensively. And FINAQ is there, FINAQ also there. There are many other such companies where the embedded systems are being get used.
So the in second year or third year we need to apply for the internship, which is the best year to get a good knowledge about the
After third year. After
okay,
third.
after third year, right, right.
You can utilize your second year summer to gain the knowledge of extra courses. Those are available on Coursera, NPTEL, and so on. You can utilize because instead of going to the industry, you are not going to achieve anything because you don't understand what exactly they are going to do. Rather, you try to acquire you widen your horizontal base and acquire the more knowledge on fundamental things like Python programming, C++ programming, ladder diagram programming. The
Right,
skill
right,
set
right.
development you can utilize that time for the second year internship, second year summer, and third year you can go to the industry. I could suggest.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah, yes. And sir, like you have the big list of your awards and the paper published by you and the projects. You are like 30, 50 lakhs projects also in you are completing in India. So how was your experience or how you started this big journey? Like you have very big list of like 2 hours लगेंगे इसको पढ़ने के लिए. But how was your experience? How are you working in the this big projects?
See, I'm very fortunate having very good students like you, Akash.
Yeah.
So I'm really fortunate. I have very good students along with me. Those are working on this project. I'm not alone working on this project. I'm only helping to the students to get to happen the things. But eventually the students are working with me. So it's a credit to all my such good students, and even nowadays also, what are my PhD students and my postgraduate students, even they pass out 10 years before, 5 years before, they are in touch with me. Even we conduct the meetings for our current MTech students, they also join from US, Netherlands, some other universities because they know that whatever they achieve because of the lab culture. And we do multiple things simultaneously. You don't rely on doing the one thing at a time. You do multiple things. You learn lot many things. Because if you categorize yourself, this is not my cup of tea, then probably you deprive yourself from many other things. Even the people say that can you able to develop this printer? I could say yes, I can develop printer. Let us try to understand because in engineering nothing every engineering is 90% is a logic.
Yeah, right, sir.
So either it is a mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or ENTC or instrumentation, 90% thing is only logic thing, 10% only your core knowledge. So then 90% logic, if you have very good logic, probably you can work any engineering discipline. This is
Yeah,
my
yeah,
experience, right?
yeah, sir. It's finally correct, sir. Right, it's right. Because it's application wise branch, na. It's not core branch.
No,
So
any
highly
branch I'm talking about, any branch I'm talking about. It's
okay,
not
okay.
only instrumentation. Any branch you take, 90% you should be very good in the logic development, right? If
Yeah,
your logic is good, if your fundamental is very really good, then you can work in any discipline, any project, right? So don't
yeah, right.
hesitate yourself, don't categorize yourself. I'm an instrumentation engineer, I will only go for the core industries, process industries, I will only go to a, don't categorize yourself. If opportunity is coming for you to work in a software industry, see what they are
Yeah.
offering to you. If they are offering 50 lakh per annum and process industry is offering to you 10 lakh per annum, still can you go for process industry?
No, sir.
Being
Yeah,
being as an head of the department of instrumentation, I will suggest please go where you are getting good salary,
yeah, sir.
right? Why?
Yeah,
Because why that person is offering to you 50 lakh? Because he knows that he is not going to develop the software. He wants the knowledge of instrumentation with software from you. That's why he's offering to you 50 lakh rupees. Understand? So
yes,
there is also core is available. So unless you go there, unless you work, you could not find whether I'm working on core or software kind of. Only looking to the name of the company, you could not categorize yourself whether it's a software company, whether it's a process company. Nowhere nowadays is the core remains. Everything is application oriented and everything is software oriented,
yeah,
right?
yes, sir.
So then where is the core remains? So most of the students are confined. No, sir, I will go only in a core industry. But my friend, yeah, you can go in a core industry definitely. But if core industry is giving to you 5.5 lakh and TCS is offering to you a 20 lakh, what you are going to do with that?
Yes, right.
You should be selective for that. I may be wrong. Most of you may not be like what sir is saying, but see, I'm very practical about this thing.
No,
You
sir,
know.
you're completely correct, sir. That's from my side. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Any other questions, please?
If you have questions, please raise your hands. We'll allow you mic privileges or permissions. Or you can type it in the chat box.
Sir, another question, sir. It's Akash only. Sorry.
Go
Uh,
ahead, Akash, no problem.
yeah, yes,
You are representing your class, I know.
okay, now this is my own question, sir. One of my elder brothers working in the Nestle plant, which is held in Goa, Ponda, Goa. So he
Mhm.
told me about the what you call the biomedical institute, which have a great demand. So the what is meant by biotechnological institute? Like उसमें क्या रहता है, sir, mostly?
See, now if you're asking to me related to the Nestle or if you're asking to me related
No,
to
no, sir, it's a journal. It's a journal. It's journal, sir. It's journal.
general biomedical, if you see that the health related issues, nowadays, if you see the COVID thing, when COVID came, now you realize the importance of SpO2 measurement, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oxygen saturation inside your blood. Now, when you visit your medical stores, then you find there are SpO2 sensors, SpO2 meters are available. But are we really developing in our country, or we are importing such kind of things from China or some other countries? So the importance is now understand people. If we are developing in our own country, probably every house will have the SpO2 sensor. Why there is need of COVID will come and then only then I can monitor. Health related issues, health awareness should be there so that the basic sensors for physiological measurement should be available in a low cost to everywhere, affordable to everywhere. India is
Yeah.
having nowadays 80% people population is diabetics. But there is no
Right.
sensor directly available who can measure your glucose non-invasively. Do you
Yes. Yes.
understand what is non-invasive?
By direct, like direct.
Without pricking. Without pricking. Okay.
Acha.
Without like SpO2 measurement is non-invasive. Have you
I don't know.
have
I
you
don't know.
seen temperature, body temperature measurement also non-invasive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hold on body temperature sensor, the meter shows body temperature. But
Yes.
for sugar measurement, you have to prick, you have to take the blood, you have to put it on the slide, and then only then your sugar level get indicated.
Right. Right.
That's the fear in most of the people. That's why they are not going forward, coming forward for sugar measurement. And this is the chronic disease, and because of the sugar, most of the disease occurs. If I could have that sensor, indigenous sensor, and it's readily available, it is get detected in the early stage, and we can prevent the multiple disease going to be happening in later stage.
Yes.
This is a simple example I'm giving. There are many such examples in the health. We are putting crores of rupees, thousands of rupees from every house is going to the medical just because of we don't have basic, even basic need, basic care at our home. You know. That's
Yeah.
why I'm telling you the next 5 years down the line, now people have understood the importance of health and the physiological measurements. So there is a dire need of developing such kind of sensors, such kind of instruments, and there is a dire need of instrumentation, biomedical engineer particularly.
Yeah. Right, sir. Got. Mm. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So, as I am a first year student, which as we are doing some more programming in upcoming years, which language should be we have good to have good instru career like Python.
Not for instrumentation. If you are engineer,
Yeah.
I'm talking about to all engineers. If you are engineer, you should know basic C first of all.
Right. Right.
If you are very good in C programming, it means logic development only happens in C programming. Not even C++, not even Java, not even HTML kind of thing. If you want to develop your logic, programming logic, you should be very good in C programming. People might say, nobody using C today, nobody uses C anywhere. It's okay.
Yeah.
But
Right.
to learn the fundamentals of programming, to learn the fundamentals of logic development, you should be very good in the C programming. And other languages will automatically see if you write a Python program, the logic in C for loop is going to remain same, only its syntax is going to change.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right? But in Python, you could not learn the logic development. In a Java, you could not learn the logic development. Logic development only happens in the C programming because it's a fundamental language of programming.
Yes, sir.
I hope it's clear to you, Akash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All points are clear, sir. Everything is clear. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sir. And now any other question having?
Sir, there is one question in the chat box from
Please.
Yalmule Abhay. He's
Mhm.
asking, he wanted to know the applications of instrumentation in renewable energy.
Yeah, renewable energy is a green energy particularly. So in a smart grids or even in the solar photovoltaic, so a lot of application of instrumentation I could say. You know, even wind energy. Nowadays wind energy, even fuel cells, so bioenergy. So whenever there is a such kind of plants is going to take place, there is a huge applications of instrument and instrument related systems. So instrumentation engineers are big scope in such kind of things. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir, I guess. So, is there Are there any more questions?
I think I'm also running out of time, so I just request all of you, if you still have any queries, pass on to Saad. Saad can email me, okay, later on.
Yes, sir.
But now, final answer, final request from my side, all of you, all instrumentation or all methods, don't regret of your branch, first of all, where you are admitted. Rather, you consider this as opportunity, because after 4 years, all branches comes together. You'll not surprise when you go for MS. In your class, you can find the student of computer science, student of mechanical engineering, student of instrumentation engineering, student of metallurgy came together and doing the MS in a single class. So all branches are coming together later on. This is just matter of the government, the college doors are opening, has some administrative difficulties and open lot many branches. Don't worry. That's why I told you any engineering branch is having 80%, 90% is the logic, and then 10-20% is your core knowledge is required. So if your logic is good, your fundamentals are good, you can sustain your life. You have very good career, very good approach. Don't be in a hurry to complete the thing. Let the do the things very systematically, very methodologically, and try to understand that course fundamentally. Don't run behind the grades, don't run behind the marks, don't run behind the job opportunities. It will definitely come to you if you are fundamentally good. So don't regret that I have taken admission in instrumentation. Oh, I want to go to a mechanical, I want to go to computer. I'm not going to pursue what my dreams are there. It's not like that. Most of the instrumentation engineers now, they are CO, CTO, they have started the software firms. I can give many such examples on alumni. You can visit Instrumentation Alumni website. You can find many such engineers. They are now CEO, CTO of very giant software fields. Microsoft Seattle, one of the CTO is the instrumentation engineer, Mr. Chainani. So, like, there are many people are there. So they are at very good positions, very good place. So after 4 years, every engineering branches are coming together. So don't be underestimate yourself and don't be regret yourself. You are at the right place first of all at COEP, and you should be happy for that. Okay. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity, excellent opportunity to talk in
So,
front of all my students.
so please share this PDF with Mr. Saad. I think is somewhat important to for FYs or other persons also. Please share this PDF with FYs Mr. Saad.
Sure. I will email
He's
him.
gonna-
I will email him. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
please be happy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sat, for giving me an opportunity.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I think there is one last question from Deshmukh Abhijit.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I'm Abhijit. Good evening, sir.
Good
Uh,
evening.
I want to ask one lecture for uh, selecting elective courses and minors and majors. Yes.
For
I
the third
want
year
one more
students.
session.
For third year students,
Yes, sir. For upcoming third year batch.
upcoming third year batch. Okay. Only
Yes.
for instrumentation or any other branch as well?
Sir, instrumentation, sir. Means for
Instrument.
selecting what is minors and honor courses, somewhat more information.
Sure. You can remind me later on, right? Don't wait for such programs. You can remind me later on. Maybe I'm a little bit busy up to 30th of July. In a first week of August or second week of August, I will get a little bit time. So we will have such kind of 1 or 2 sessions on how to select electives, how to select minor, major courses, and maybe the MS. If you want to go for MS, then how to prepare. I will take one session on that. No worries. Please remind me later on.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget. But what is your name? Remind me. Huh? Don't forget. You can drop email me.
Abhijit, sir.
Abhijit.
Yes.
Sir, if you will be conducting such and means like for honors and minors. I would like you to also notify us, because there are many students from production, metallurgy, and mechanical or other branches who want to take up minors, but don't have a clear idea of what the subjects are.
Yeah, I can only talk
So,
about my department. I
yes,
could
sir.
not
Yes,
talk
sir.
about other department, but I can talk about my department. So, what minor programs instrumentation is offering? Honor programs, of course, for the instrumentation students, but minor program from other students. So, of course, when I will take the lecture, other students also can join. Abhijit, you can invite your friends, other department friends. They can also join, so their idea also get clear. I do agree. Our college should come forward and take initiative of explaining everything, but no problem. So every head of the department can come forward and they can explain what exactly the minor program they're offering and why we should go to opt for that program. So I'll be happy to give the session on this. And others will
Yes,
also join. No problem.
yes, sir. So, sir, shall we move forward to the vote of thanks?
No formal vote of thanks, Sir, for me. Rather, I'm saying thank you for tonight.
So, okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your presence.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
pretty sure that everyone must have learned something. The session was really very informative.
thank
We all thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, sir.
thank you. Thank you. And if you anybody having any further questions, please pass on to Saad. He can forward to me. He has my
Yeah.
email address. And this presentation I will send to the Saad. So Saad, you can distribute. So no problem, right?
Yes, sir. And for further queries, my WhatsApp number is also there in the chat
Okay.
if anyone wants to ask questions.
Thank you. I'm leaving now, Saad. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.